Alright. Just got to wait for everybody. I hate the reflection in my glasses. Hello. Hello. I wanted to make a bit of a chill stream, kind of like the old days. And maybe I'd start taking requests for future reviews. Because I already get a lot of different review ideas from people. I want to give my viewers a voice, you know? Like, I already know that I've got video ideas in mind, but I want to gauge with people. I want to see what they want to see. Because part of being a review YouTuber is that you can gauge on a multi-fandom type thing. Like, it's multifaceted. Alex should leave literally everybody alone, honestly. Like, the fact that he's still butthurt about all of these people who are just simply trying to move on and do their own thing is ridiculous. Like, they're not doing anything to hurt him anymore. So, and it's not making him look any better either. Like, what a moron. It's ridiculous. Hello. Do I watch anime? Yes. It does depend on the interest, though. Though, I want to actually expand the palette a little more. Hello. Like, the anime I've watched are things like, Promised Neverland Season 1, Soul Eater, Attack on Titan, Bungo Stray Dogs. I thought I got started on ReZero based on a recommendation by a friend. But then I discovered more anime that I feel like pique more of my interest. Or at least have so much cultural influence that I want to check it out and see what it's about. I mean, that's what I've been doing in regards to, like, finding out more around Marvel or DC or Star Wars or Star Trek, which I haven't watched yet, or Mad Max or Godfather. Both of those I haven't watched yet. Or just superhero stuff like Spider-Man, Superman, Batman. I like cultural influence, and I like seeing what makes it tick. You know, like what made it the cultural icon it is. And judging the quality of their movies, too. Seeing what the common consensus is. Like, that's interesting to me. Any updates? Alex can... I don't really see much, except... Alex retweeted a bunch... retweeted. He reposted... Brand Stroll's thing about... the 50 Shades movies. And... hating on Tom and Jerry as well. But that's about it. Oops. If you watch superhero anime, you can do My Hero Academia. Though, I've also heard that Invincible is another really good one. Though it's not an anime, I've heard a lot of people say that Invincible is really good. Some have said that they've only watched 2 animes, 6 animes. I get it. I feel like the reason people are very limited in their anime palette is because a lot of these anime are hundreds of episodes long. Hundreds. Oh yeah, people are also saying My Adventures with Superman is pretty good. I kind of do as well. Excuse me. I kind of do as well. I kind of want to watch that as well. Frankly, all I'm hoping for is for people to not ask me where I'm at in the Alex script because I've been drained a little lately, so and every time I get asked what chapter I'm on, it just puts so much pressure on me. And I can only take so much at a time before I feel drained from it. It's like how Alex causes chaos and people are just drained from it. Like, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is just stupid. The whole thing is just tragic, man. Just it's more frustrating than anything. And it's upsetting. Can I privately ask you questions about the situation? Yes. That's fine. And whenever my video comes out, everyone's totally allowed to use whatever information they're allowed to help get all of that stuff out as long as they credit me for the video. I just want to know so I get more of the facts right. That's fine. I just said it was okay. It's all right. It's totally fine. I'm not going to get mad or frustrated or whatever if people ask me for facts surrounding the Alex stuff. Like, that's totally fine. I want more people to get this stuff out there. I only just want people to stop pressuring me into getting the video done, because then I feel like I don't want to do it. Can't wait for Nick Hicks's second stream about Alex tomorrow. Let's hope he can keep order in that stream, because when he did that stream at the start of May, despite the fact that I've been doing that finger thing in order to get social cues going for the people that may not understand the one at a time thing, that hasn't helped people entirely. Do you think Nick Hicks is just as bad as everyone else in that community? Which community? Which community? Because if we're talking about the reviewing community, like people like Lambo or Dakota, then no. It just has to be dependent on if people's hearts are in the right place. Because I think Nick Hicks, he doesn't rage like other people have done. He does his research, unlike a good portion of people. And he tries to approach it in a fair way. Because I don't care if Alex has these nuanced opinions towards things like Superman or whatever. Everyone's got taste. But the problem I have is, like, if you're going to give me a hot take statement like that, and you're going to pick on a target that a lot of people like, then you need to have a good explanation for it. Or at the very least, you got to be ready to have a conversation where people may agree to disagree. And frankly, Alex creates an echo chamber for himself and his audience, apparently. Because if you're a Trolls hater, a like a Harry Tom, like if you're a Trolls hater, a Wreck-It Ralph hater, or an Inside Out hater, he'll just kick you out. I mean the community with Alex, Lambo Frozen, with for FWS, Branch Troll, Harry Thomas. Yeah, I don't think so. And I've got my reasonings for that. Alex is easily the worst person in the story, hands down. But the people that I'm going to be criticizing, like Dakota and Lambo and all these other people, they've got their own problems that they are on hiatus and everything trying to manage. But it's important to highlight it because when you act super defensive, then like when someone acts super defensive to the point where you're obsessed with it's basically the equivalent of whenever you're obsessed with someone to the point where you feel like you need to attack them all because of an opinion of something you like or you don't like, then they're the person with the problem and they need to seek help. I like the first record Ralph, but the second one was mid, which is fine, literally. At least Dakota is taking a break from making videos until 2026. I've had talks with him recently, and it's important that he gets better with all of that, especially because I want that growth to really stick afterwards. Because I could tell that there was a lot of stuff that he was very unhappy with himself about. And in reality, the whole thing surrounding this is that even when Dakota comes back, the controversies and people calling him a lol cow or whatever is going to probably persist. But the more that he learns and grows into a better person, the easier it'll be to move on from the controversy. After all, MS-57 was in a position where they were like, well, Dakota, listen, all I want is for you to like learn from your mistakes and grow and take accountability. I don't get why Alex is so defensive about the Trolls franchise, even though he doesn't actually like it. Join the club. I don't understand it either. But my best guess is because Inside Out had a fandom, and then because the first one was already a long talked about product, it then became a situation where he needed another fandom to join, and he had been watching another person's videos. He had been watching another person's videos along with Speed Force Spectre's videos on the Trolls franchise, and he jumped into that because Alex was still watching Speed Force Spectre at the time, and I think he still does. George the Spongy Yoshi needs to lay off of Trolls fan forever, because I believe they're just as much a victim in this as a lot of people are. I'm a little more nuanced in that because without Alex's influence, Jen Frank's Productions, it could be that, or it could be that Pixar fanatic guy. I don't remember. I don't know if Pixar fanatic, whatever year, became Jen Frank's Productions, but I don't know. All I know is that Alex was watching actual Trolls fans content in order to become a Trolls fan himself. So you can't even trust him being a genuine fan, really. Oh, they are? Okay, then I think it is him. But all I know is that there is an influence. George actually took a break from YouTube from November 2024, February 2025. Now he doesn't make user posts that often anymore. Just thought I'd bring that up. Thank you for letting me know. But at the same time, there are still moments when I feel like people make fun of Trolls Fan Forever, and I don't think that's fair. Because, like, to me, I could see that as an influence thing. Because with all the bullying that she gets, I could only imagine running to someone like Alex in that situation. Because Alex is someone that doesn't treat her like garbage. And I don't know. I might come up if you want. I don't know if I can do that here. Not with this type of stream, anyway. I mainly just made a stream like this to kind of chill and take viewer requests. Because, well, I want a calm stream like this. It's been a while since I've done it. And this is also the first one that I've done with my monetization back. Have you seen Bonzilla's videos about RoboShark in his unlisted reviews playlist? I may have to check those out when I can. But I have not heard of that, no. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I hope that your dad is okay. So many bad things I keep hearing about, and it's rather draining. So I hope your dad's okay, and then he makes a full recovery. I don't plan on doing a stream like this for too long, especially since I got work, but I wonder what a lot of people would want to see me cover. Whether it be through a short or a full video. I know that Darnell tried to say, like, Beat Goes On versus Trollstopia, but I've already done that. I do not know. I don't know that answer. Outside of YouTube, he looks like a normal dude. And that's what makes this so confusing. Star Wars long form. Okay. I gotta get back into Star Wars, because, like, as soon as I got to the first episode of Star Wars Rebels, I kind of stopped. Like, I could tell Star Wars Rebels is going to be one of those shows where, like, the start of it is not going to appeal to me too much, but then as it keeps going, it'll probably get better. I don't know. Hello, Utah. But I just, to kind of sum up where my opinions are on Star Wars at the moment, when Star Wars was in its prequel and original trilogy days, I think that was the good old age. But now I'm kind of drained on Star Wars content. Because I don't feel like it's the same anymore. Like, I feel like the magic's gone, per se. I like Star Wars Rebels. In my opinion, the later seasons do get the show better. That's what I keep hearing, is that the first season starts off very slow and not that good. But then as it keeps going and supposedly becomes more like Clone Wars, that it starts getting better in its emotional and powerful storytelling. But everyone has a nuanced take when it comes down to, like, Star Wars properties as a whole. So I'm only trying to go off of what I hear. What I actually think will depend on stuff. Not to be rude, but can you check my other comment? What's the other comment? I already read the George actually took a break thing. If you made a comment earlier and it got filtered, I can't see it. What's with Alex's fixation on his dogs? I have no idea. And frankly, he constantly changes the name of them too. Like he used to call the Dalmatian Poppy, then called it Joy. So, which one is it? I don't know. But I've gotten requests to do like the Wild Robots, Kim Possible, um Win or Lose from Pixar. I've got a lot of reviews. A lot of review ideas. Um I'll kind of say that based on the music that I'm playing right now, I watched the Minecraft movie and big shock, it was not good. I knew it wasn't going to be good, but like as the trailers kept going, I felt like this isn't going to be dog shit or nothing, but like I do not expect it to be good, and it wasn't. As for Thunderbolts, which I saw yesterday, it actually was pretty good. I don't know if I would call it an S tier movie, but I would definitely put it in A tier, probably. I should do Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I've been hearing nothing but great things about it. Yeah, again, someone else put up Win or Lose, and I'll probably do that. If it's a really short series, I think I could bullet point stuff and get it done. Piece by piece. Oh, is that the Lego movie thing? The Lego film with like Pharrell Williams and Justin Timberlake? I may try that. Or maybe I could do a topic of the week video on like Lego stuff in general, maybe. I have no idea what Shanghai Fortress is, but I'll look it up and consider it. Transformers: The Last Night. It's an idea. Maybe I mean I will kind of watch the Transformers movies again because I'm doing a nostalgia critic binge too, like just kind of going over the movies he covers and seeing if I think that they are good, mixed bad, or plain bad, and then watching the reviews and seeing what I think. Because I like comparing my own opinions and seeing if I agree or I disagree. Speaking of Lego, even though I enjoyed the Lego movies, I prefer Lego shows like Ninjago or Monkey Kid. I see. I'm glad to hear it. I'm already doing a video on him. So, rent request is already being fulfilled. And plus, I've already done a few shorts on him too. And you can go check those out. Man, my grandma's right. Thoughts on Chicken Little? I haven't seen it yet, but I'm confident that with my track record surrounding mean-spirited humor, I may not like it. Because I'm totally okay with smartass type of behavior from characters, but when it gets too mean-spirited, I may not like it. I haven't seen Win or Lose yet. I've already gotten review requests for it, so I'll watch it and then I'll let you know. Let me do this. Let me give my hand a break. If Pixar makes Cars 4, I'm out. I know they need to stop. Disney needs to stop pushing Pixar into making unnecessary sequels because I don't know, like Cars 3 felt like a good conclusion. I don't think we need a Cars 4. But Pixar is being pushed by Disney to make a Toy Story 5. They keep making a lot of stuff indicating that it's totally necessary and it's going to have a good conclusion or whatever. I'm like, no, Toy Story 3 was a perfect ending. And then you screwed it up with Toy Story 4. And now you're screwing it up again with Toy Story 5. Like, stop. You're doing it for money. Stop. I was not exactly a fan of The Good Dinosaur either. I just found it an movie. If Cars 4 happens, I want it to be the last one. At least that, because I'm getting tired of Disney basically baiting people with nostalgia by making these unnecessary sequels. Yes, I heard that too. That Disney put the Tangled remake on hold because the Snow White remake did not do so hot. Not shockingly, by the way. Disney got serious hate for the Snow White remake, and rightfully so. What's the worst movie of all time? That's a tough one, but if I had to think of my own opinion based on like what I've seen off of a lot of other people a lot of other reviewers, I would say either Freddy Got Fingered or Garbage Pail Kids is the worst. I have not played a PS3, and yeah, I also thought Cars 3 was the good one. If people have their hated thoughts when it comes down to Cars or Cars 2, just be happy that Cars 3 is the good one. Because I think Cars 3 is the good one. It's the best one of all three of them. I'll probably stick around for a few more requests and questions, and then I'll stop. Because I realized that making these types of streams longer makes rewatchability a little less likely. And as a result, them videos do poorly on views. Let me see. Worst part of Cars 2 is that they sidelined McQueen. Yeah. They made the comic relief the main star. Review request Terminator Genesis. I may cover the Terminator movie at some point. Most people say that one is, but that is the best one, but that's fine. I definitely have nostalgia for the first one. But I think quality-wise, I think that Cars 3 works better, in my opinion. But everyone can agree Cars 2 is the worst one. But it depends on what you're looking for. If you're going by quality-wise, Cars 2 is the worst one. But people can be subjective in what they say the worst or the best one is. But if you want my particular opinion on Terminator Genesis, Victor M, because I know that you gave me that. Terminators 1 and 2 are the definitive good ones. For me. 3 is like, there are good things in it, but it's very subjective whether you call it a good film or a bad film, based on how much you hold the first two to standard. 4 is where I start to kind of lose it, where it's like, it's fine, but it's just kind of an movie. Genesis I did not like. And then Dark Fate was also kind of an movie. Cars 1 was my favorite Cars movie and my favorite Pixar movie. Glad to hear it. I, Robot with Will Smith. That could be a short. Especially since I am going to watch that sometime later. Terminator franchise's peak. When you're talking about the first two, yeah, the Terminator movies are peak. But the franchise is like, to me, it's very divisive because you have the good movies and then you have the lesser movies. The ones that aren't really terrible, but like they're not as good as the first two. And that also should tell you enough about Alex's like intelligence too. When he can't highlight the important stuff when it comes down to like the cultural significance of the first two. Or even like the obviously better visuals and shit with the first two. You know? It's hilarious that he hates 1, 2, and 4, but likes 5 and 6. I know, right? It's weird. Considering that 5 and 6 would not work, would not have existed if the first two didn't happen. And he's alright with 3 based on his ratings. I'm fine with 3 as well. Like, I like it fine. I just think opinion on how DreamWorks is outsourcing their animation nowadays. A lot of animation studios have been outsourcing their stuff to other countries. With a lot of Disney Channel shows like Star Versus and Owl House, they've been outsourcing their stuff to South Korea to animate. And that's because the animation industry is, let's put it simply, it's in kind of a messed up place where sometimes they don't get treated as well as they should. Despite the fact that animation takes a lot more effort to make and make good, by the way, than a live action movie. I like streams like this. I may do one a month or something. I'll probably do another one this month because this month is Mental Awareness Month. I have not seen Prison Break. But I have not seen Prison Break myself, but I've heard of it. I've only heard the title, not what it's about. Man, my glasses need a clean. But I can still see. I remember when I was younger that I was like, I'm gonna hate wearing glasses. And now I'm like, I look stupid without my glasses. And now I've just, like back then as well, I was like, I look stupid without my glasses. And now I'm like, I don't care. Whether I have my glasses on or off, I look fine. Thoughts on The Sorcerer's Apprentice? I like it fine, but I have yet to watch it again and solidify my thoughts. Because that's another one on the Nostalgia Critic binge list. I think the movies I'm excited for with this month, this year, for the summer, I'm excited for Fantastic Four and Superman. For 2027, I'm excited for Beyond the Spider-Verse. Because that movie's going to be so good. I guarantee it. I can't wait, man. It is going to be so good. I still need to watch more Jay Baruchel movies with him. Yeah, I get it. I would also watch a bunch of Jay Baruchel movies. When Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was successful, I was worried other animation studios were going to overwork their animators. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm worried about with Beyond the Spider-Verse, and it's the only thing I worry about. Because with the images that have been released, like that looks amazing, and I want the animators to take their sweet time to make it an experience. Because Across the Spider-Verse was easily one of my favorite movie theater experiences of all time. Movies like How to Train Your Dragon trilogy and This Is the End have him in it, and I love those movies. I like the first How to Train Your Dragon a lot. As for the other two, I don't know. I don't know what my current thoughts are. But the first one is still damn good, and I love it. Easily, I think it's easily my favorite DreamWorks film. That is until I probably get to the more recent stuff like Puss in Boots 2 and Wild Robot. And then I may change my mind. I don't know. We'll see how good they are. But good to have gotten a lot of those movie requests. Thank you all. It helps with getting a possible business going. Because I want to create more positive content too. It's one of the reasons that I get drained by simply just talking about Alex stuff and nothing else. Because, like, I don't mind talking about Alex, but, like, I don't want that to define me. In the same way that I don't want trolls to define me either. Like, yes, trolls is where I got a good majority of my audience, but I want to cover more stuff. Like, I want to be more than that. Good on you. I'm an Xbox guy, so. Excuse me. I'm a little sleepy. But yeah, keep them reviews up. I'll consider it. Keep them requests going. I'll consider it. It'll also depend on the material too. I'm a big Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox guy in my personal opinion. Fair enough. Gravity Rush, PlayStation All-Stars, and Little Big Planet. Fair enough. Everyone gets their gaming experience somewhere. Like PC-wise, I've been getting better at those games. Like I've played Poppy Playtime a few times. And hopefully with enough time I can do more game streams and maybe make a Twitch account. I wonder if anyone would be up for that. The possibility of doing a Twitch account. That would if I do a Twitch account, it'll take a lot of time to build up a following. So I'll need a lot of help if I do a Twitch account. I also want to let my viewers know too. Super chat donations are back, and I'm very happy that I got my monetization back because now I can do super chat donations, and I can also get channel memberships going too. But I have to figure out what the channel stuff is. Oh, that's to Ozzy. Are you planning to watch or rewatch Smallville in June to prepare for James Gunn's Superman? I have not watched Smallville, and Smallville would probably take me a while to watch. I'll still watch it, but it'll take me a while to watch. In the meantime, I have viewed the Donner films. I've watched Superman's 1 to 4. I have watched Man of Steel. All the DC EU stuff with Superman in it. So the only thing I have yet to watch is the old Superman stuff and the old Superman stuff and Superman Returns. Your old review on Creek Week was one of the best reviews in my opinion because of how it made me understand mental health a lot better. I'm glad to hear that. I was not too big a fan of the old review, but knowing how some people really got more out of it with the depression stuff or whatever, I felt like it would be a huge disservice to just get rid of it altogether. Because one user who supported me said that review helped them with their depression. And I take good pride in the fact that I've helped people through my reviews like that. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so I'll do a stream for that. Because I take that very seriously. There's a lot of stigma surrounding mental health, and especially around men. Like, I've taken sociology classes for mental health. And you'd be surprised to find out that women are a lot more vocal about their mental health stuff because they have friends and stuff that they rely on. Meanwhile, men are always much more internalized when it comes down to their mental health stuff because it's a men thing. I don't understand why they do it, but they do. They always internalize, like, they drive, they drink, they smoke. I don't know. So I pride myself on that. And one of the reasons I just hated Creek Week so much, and it's my least favorite episode of Beat Goes On, is because Creek never does anything on screen or off screen to really solidify the fact that he's grown or improved. Or how with the waterfall thing, they could have done so much to prevent that from happening, and they just do. How the snack pack kind of chastises him for being like, we already knew Creek had weaknesses and we were trying to accept him, and it's like, bullshit. Or how the lesson that was trying to get across is like letting go of anger and forgiving, which would be a good lesson if Branch was actually doing it out of anger. But he wasn't. He was doing it out of suspicion that Creek has not changed. I don't know. Just so much new, like, every time I think about Creek Week more and more, it just gets worse for me. Favorite John Wick fan, Cringeathon episode. Oh man, I don't know. Cuz those are long streams and I'm sure there's a lot of them. So I can't really name a particular favorite off the top of my head. But I will say I will give credit to John Wick Fan for doing these cringeathons. What do you think about King Peppy though? Oh man, divisive thoughts on King Peppy, man. Like in the shows, I actually think he's great. But he sucks ass in the movies. Like he's fine in the first one and he's good in the first one and he's tolerable in the second one. But like when you realize every implication surrounding Viva in the third one, it's like I really don't like you. Like you suck as a dad. Like oh my god, man. Like he can say like it's not even really that he intentionally just left and everything. It was the fact that he kept all that secret. Why would he do that? Like he even says, "I know I should have told Poppy, but I was heartbroken." It's like maybe you guys could actually connect for once. And maybe I don't know, you wouldn't give off the vibe that you're keeping so many secrets from Poppy all these years. Like come on, man. I already found it really confusing how Poppy just all of a sudden wants a sister in this third movie anyway. Cause like that like feeling of coming to terms with the idea of not having a sibling just feels like they that just feels like they did that primarily so that she and Branch could have something in common for the third movie. If this were built up more, then I would understand it, but they don't. And I'll talk about that more in the the Trolls Band Together review. Yeah, I just revealed a major trauma. Like, I get that it's a trauma, Peppy, but like, you should have at least like made an attempt to tell Poppy in some way. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You forgot your own daughter and never mentioned her. Yeah, like Peppy. Like it's a case of I really like Peppy in the first movie, and he's roughly tolerable in the second one. But like, I actively found him frustrating in the third one. Like, unless they make him better in a possible fourth one, I'm done with you, Peppy, for real. Like, you suck. If Dakota's return gets closer and closer, I see. All I care about is that his growth gets cemented via this hiatus. Because I want to return back to the glory days of that was fun again. Peppy in the shows, though, he's actually kind of he's a good character in the shows. But like by the third one, I actively felt like I was done with Peppy, man. Meanwhile, I've hated Creek in the first Trolls film, and I still kind of hate him in the shows, but like not as much because he eventually grew and stopped appearing in episodes more often. And Cloud Guy's tolerable enough in the movies, and I fucking hate him in the shows. I actively hate Show Cloud Guy. Like, he's my least favorite character in the entire show. Both of them. Fucking hate him. Like, I hate Show Cloud Guy worse than Krieg. I hate Show Cloud Guy worse than Blaze. I hate Show Cloud Guy worse than Groth. That mean ass Bergen from season 1 of Beat Goes On. Fucking hate him. I really do. Yes, I hate him just like Branch does. Probably worse. I actively hate him. At least the movies know when not to use him. Yes. Cloud Guy had a little cameo in the third one, and then he just stopped appearing. Good. They know Cloud Guy is a comic relief in those movies, and so they used him sparingly. My favorite Trolls character. Oh, it's kind of a back and forth between Poppy and Branch, all things considered. Tiny got worse as the Trolls stuff kept going, honestly. Funfair Surprise, it's there are some episodes when he can appear just fine. But the fact that he appears in every episode pisses me off. Fuck you. Fuck you, Tiny. I'm getting sick of you. Getting sick of your marketing garbage. The Funfair episode where he was getting that diamond thing, I actively hated him at times. You're acting like my God. The fact that he pushed Viva and Poppy to get that diamond for him, only to fucking lose it at the end, pissed me off. It's all of that was pointless. Screw you, Tiny. I'm done with you. And I also hated Tiny by the end of Shiny Diamond. I fucking hated him in Shiny Diamond. Because Poppy almost got hurt and probably risked her life too. And Tiny's excuse is, well, I'm just a kid. What's your excuse, Poppy? It's you fucking little asshole. I hate you. My least favorite character in the Troll shows is Cloud Guy, without a doubt. And my least favorite in the movies is I don't know. I think my least favorite in the movies, I think it might have been Krieg. But I don't know. I don't really hate many of the Trolls characters in the movies. Movies would be awesome if they never introduced Tiny, to be honest. Imagine if they kept Guy Diamond around and the dynamic he would have had. Yeah, but, Kenan Thompson, he's an SNL guy. So, they got to rely on his comedy a lot. Again, I don't hate Tiny like a lot of other people do, but it is so clear that they're pushing him to the spotlight more and more. When in reality, he's just a support character. He's not meant to be a main character type. And I wish they would stop treating him like a main character type. Because, main character he is not. I don't care. Screw him as a main character. He's just not as interesting. I'm sorry. Even in Holiday and Harmony, I was more interested in Poppy and Branch's storyline. I didn't care about Tiny's storyline. It's just whatever, man. Oh, I already guarantee you Alex is probably quaking just listening to these possible thoughts. He's probably thinking I'm a fake Trolls fan. Even though I actually have the balls to say what people like Alex and, let's be honest, Clay fan as well, that I have the balls to say what these people won't. The the trolls fan the toxic trolls guys who are like anything said about trolls is like a travesty. And it's like I care about giving people the facts first and foremost. And I use those facts to form an opinion. It's just common sense. And frankly, I just think that Tiny Diamond serves more as a support character than a main character, and they've been trying to push him more as a main character lately, and that sucks. I just don't think that works. Like, one of the reasons that I didn't think Trollstopia worked as well as Trolls The Beat Goes On is because all of the new characters aren't given that much when it comes to their characters. Yeah. Almost everyone in the snack pack got sidelined. Yeah. I don't know why they do that. I get why for Biggie, because James Corden is kind of controversial. But what about all the other ones? What about Smidge? Why don't you give her, or why don't you have Kevin Michael Richardson play her and then have her come into the picture? Have the twins come into the picture. Come on, something. Even then, like, it was very confusing to kind of go from what World Tour was kind of building and setting up world-wise to Band Together. Felt like a weird transition. Oh yeah, and DJ Suki, they just kind of had her go away in the movies. In the shows, it made sense, but you know, I still don't know what. I still don't feel like the shows kind of they're a separate canon from the movies altogether. So if you want to go by the movie canon, then yeah, they pretty much removed DJ for like no reason. I guess Gwen Stefani didn't really have that much time to do another Trolls film. Even though it would be cool to have her either play DJ Suki or you could have someone else play DJ Suki. Like the person who played who played the Collector in Owl House. That's the same voice actor, by the way. Yeah, they got rid of Legsley too. I don't know why. Like, you guys are able to bring Darnell and to an extent Barb and Thrash back, but you guys can't bring any of the others back? Fine. Whatever. I just wish Trolls would have a better grasp at what to utilize with their characters. Because in the shows, the new characters aren't given that much. So, like, whatever, man. Like, the shows, like, Val is the only one who really grows and becomes completely different from the first episode to the end of from the first episode to the last one. If you watch the first episode and then you watch the last episode, I would ask you, what is different? What's different about... I mean, you could say some stuff's different with Holly, but what would be the difference with Synth? What would be the difference with Minuet? What would be the difference with Laguna? What would be the difference with Demo? Like all these other characters. What would be the difference, dude? If you watch the first episode and then you watch the last episode back to back, what would be the difference? How would they be different in some way? Like they've actually gone on a journey for them to like be completely different in character by the end. And even then with Val, it's like I hate that Val just kind of has moments where they go back on their character development for the sake of a stupid moral. because the writers had no idea what moral to give Val for some reason. Which is why I like episodes like Be My Val in Time a lot more than Val Serves Murray Duty or Haroldine the Musical. Because Be My Val in Time actually feels like a moral that Val should have learned. Even though she's gone through all of her growth. That it's like you kind of compare Val in her growth stage to Val like at the start of the show. You feel that growth more. Meanwhile, with Haroldine, it's like she's basically learning the empathy thing all over again. With a new coat of paint, basically. Val Serves Murray Duty felt like it made more sense because you don't see her interacting with children that much. Like she has no idea what children are going to think in regards to to Murray the mascot. Like she has no idea what kids are going to think compared to adult trolls. You know what I mean? And yes, Holly does grow as well, but like her differences are much harder to spot than Val's. All of this will be said when I re-review Trollstopia. But just know, when I watched Trollstopia the first time, I was like, the show was okay. And now I'm just like, the show is so underwhelming for me. Because, like, the first 3 seasons are really good. And then the 4th one is just good enough. 5 is where it peaks. And then 6 and 7 are not good. With 6 being the worst of them all. And I get all of the complaints towards Show Poppy. I really do. I'm not gonna, like, one of the worst things Clayfan keeps doing whenever they tag me or whatever, or whenever they tag Spring Hearted Tiger or Nintendo, is that Spring Hearted Tiger and Nintendo are willing to actually say negative things about Poppy. And that's fine. I'm not going to be a jackass and be like, no, you can't. I'm not going to gatekeep. Would I recommend they be less harsh and focus on some of Poppy's good qualities? Absolutely. But should they point out all of Poppy's flaws? Yes. Without pointing out her flaws, then we're just basically saying Poppy's a Mary Sue. And plus, they're allowed to have a more nuanced take in the shows. They're allowed to have just as much a nuanced opinion as I'm allowed to have a nuanced opinion. Or as much as everyone else wants to have a nuanced opinion. But overall, with the shows, I'm like, B Goes On is better. And I'm going to keep saying that. And I'm going to probably keep saying that however many times I watch Trollstopia. But I just find B Goes On better in story and stuff. Like Trollstopia may have better song quality and animation and episode quality. But in terms of overall story, B Goes On wins. When it comes to stuff that actually builds from, like, slow build from being mediocre to good at the end, it's like B Goes On wins. Because Trollstopia plays all of its good cards so early that by the time they get to the lesser seasons, they feels like they kind of lose their quality with time, or they feel like they're running out of ideas slowly but surely. First 2 seasons of Young Justice were equally great, but season 3 and 4 were not as good. I have not seen Young Justice, but maybe I will watch it on my own time in the coming years. Anyway, I'll take a few more questions and like probably a few like 1 or 2 more review requests and then I'm done. But I feel much chill and calmer now, so I'm glad I could do streams like this. Maybe I can do one with not the Minecraft music, but still more calmer music for people to like. Maybe I could do one where I start the therapy side of my channel where I'm like, here is a video where people can like take deep breaths and breath exercises or help with sleep or whatever. After all, I went to college specifically because I wanted to be a therapist or like a counselor of some kind. I don't know. But yeah, I just have a nuanced take with some of this stuff, but I at least try to be fair with everything that I explain, you know? You know? I'm tired. But again, so much of the stuff that I'm talking about, whether it's Poppy, it would show Poppy's good or bad qualities, Trollstopia's show quality or whatever, all of that is like an easy discussion to have. Like we can have face-to-face discussions about good stuff, bad stuff, whatever. But I hate that on the internet, people are more inclined to get defensive and attack rather than have a conversation like adults. Like, come on, guys. People like Branch Troll can't do it, guys. I'm not saying you guys. And Trolls Fan Forever risks getting bullied for it. Because they may love trolls and stuff, but then as they're showing off all their trolls merchandise, someone tells them to go outside and touch grass. So, being a fan is always going to be a double-edged sword. But by being an adult and willing to have that discussion, we can come to common consensus. And by doing that, more people can be like, I understand this, I understand that, but we can both agree on this. And as a result, you know, vulnerable people don't have to be afraid when it comes to their opinions. And I genuinely see Trolls Fan Forever as one of those vulnerable people. Do they always have a good take? No. But am I willing to have a discussion, like an open discussion about it? Absolutely. Am I going to tell them for their opinions? It depends on what context they use. Because again, if people hate something that I may like, I don't care. Surf's Up? Oh, Surf's Up's a good one. I may do that. But yeah, like if someone wants to hate on something that I may like or whatever, then fine. I'm not going to be a gatekeeper and be like and be like, "Oh, well you can't subjectively feel this or subjectively feel that." But I hate when people like Alex put double standards on stuff. Like, "Oh, what, Alex? You're totally allowed to hate Across the Spider-Verse and all these other movies that you don't like, but other people cannot hate Trolls Band Together because you're insecure about that? Give me a fucking break. For real. It's too bad not everyone is like that. Yes, it really is. It's people like Alex or others that only see different opinions as a threat. It's mainly because they act on their own insecurity. They always act on their own insecurity. And I don't know why they do, because it's not that bad. It's just a movie, guys. Like, it doesn't have feelings to be hurt. And people are the only ones that can determine the quality of a movie. The people who make it just made their own story and characters and so on. It is up to you where the quality lies. And everyone is subjective when it comes to how they do that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, Alex, I don't know why you have to act on your insecurity. If you want to speak out against unjust hatred for trolls, awesome. Join the club. But acting super hostile towards people who don't like trolls is the dumbest thing ever. Because there's always going to be a hater, and all you're going to do is alienate potentially nice people. And you only create an echo chamber that fuels your ego by doing that. Because, like, does having an echo chamber like this really influence opinion? Because I don't think it does. All it does is basically have people that are going to reiterate the same opinions as you anyway. And therefore, your mind isn't challenged. It's like junk food for your brain. Did Branch Troll make a rant on Mitchell's versus the Machines today, or what? And yes, Malachi is a hypocrite, because Malachi wants to cyberbullying is so wrong, yet he allies himself with a cyberbully consistently. And if Malachi also says, because movie opinions, I'm just gonna shut that down right now. Like, it's fine to be insecure, it's normal, but Alex literally attacks others in order to feel more adequate about his opinions. Exactly. And the mentality will not help him, no. All it does is make him look like he's a butthurt little bitch. If I have to be as blunt about it as possible. I'm referring to Mitchell the ACU. Okay, I see. I'm fine if people have different opinions on media I like or dislike. It's only natural. I mean, everyone is different in terms of how they subjectively like or dislike things. I'm sure that everyone is going to run into a movie where they are at odds with me in terms of liking or disliking something. They are. It's inevitable. I just wish Alex would give a better review, rant, whatever he wants to call it. A better video explaining why he believes what he does. That's it. I don't care if Alex hates Spider-Verse. I don't care. He's allowed to subjectively feel whatever he wants. But constantly attacking people for those different opinions because they're trolls haters is the dumbest fucking thing in the world to me. It is. Because, like, I'm a troll. Because, like, I really like trolls, and I'm willing to have the balls to actually talk about the flaws. To acknowledge that Trolls is not perfect. To not overhype Trolls to the point where it's the best, people would believe it's the best thing ever or whatever. And Alex constantly having this complex of thinking that, oh, well, if you see a goth looking character in a movie, then that's a Mavis ripoff. Or a blonde character, that's a Viva knockoff. I guarantee you, I cannot wait for the day that he does Thunderbolts. And whether it be a review or a rant, he's probably going to say, oh, well, that one part near the end of Thunderbolts reminds me of Inside Out 2's ending. Like, watch that happen. If that happens, you all owe me a cookie. Y'all owe me a cookie. Like, oh my god. The fact that these people are getting more predictable. Do I cringe when Alex says go Poppy? It's fucking annoying, but I don't cringe. But like very similar to how Wing Unicorn was like, I am never going to be able to look at the angry Poppy image or the annoyed Viva image. They're never going to see them images again. I think the same thing whenever I see that or whenever I hear Go Poppy or whatever. I just don't know if I can see it the same way. And frankly, that's just the shittiest thing. I think Spider-Verse movies are bloated messes, but I'm completely fine if people love them. Fine. Bloated, I can understand. Messes would need a bit of a discussion. Because I can understand how something can feel bloated. Especially with all them Spider-Man characters. I get it. God, Minecraft music is so good. I hate that they didn't do the best job with the Minecraft movie. And even if they don't do the best job, it's still going to get all the money and everything for them to just do the same thing again in this possible sequel. But hey, welcome to Hollywood, constantly relying on a past IP. Because at this point, they only bait for nostalgia, and that's it. All right. I'll probably answer a few, like, two more questions. Yes, they are literally trashing theaters because the Minecraft movie memes. Minecraft movie memes suck. The fact that my brother was like, this is going to be the greatest thing, chicken jockey, hey, I'm Steve. Like, it really, that was what I thought too. I'm like, this is the Gentle Minions trend. It's very similar to that, where people make a big fucking deal out of a movie by doing the most stupid thing. Like, what the hell? God. What time is it? Hold on, I need to know what time it is. I can't believe people actually brought live chickens. Tell me about it. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? Jesus. How frustrating, anal, or whatever. How are you guys this crazy when it comes? Yeah, they brought fireworks to it. It's like, how, guys? Like, how are you this, like, die hard about something? It's ridiculous. Like, dude, the fireworks could have legit started a fire. Like, come on. And they'll tell you that shouting fire in a crowded area goes against free speech. Like, Jesus. Come on, guys. Be smart about this. Be civil about it. They broke a projector that one point Jack showed it. They broke a projector? Why? Dude, come on. What is wrong? Anyway, I'll answer like one more question and then I'm calling it quits. Because I'm very tired and I am probably going to go to sleep. Sorry that the camera is shaky. Holding it with one hand hurts. Like, I can't keep it still. Someone brought a fucking gun. I did hear about that too, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Like, dude, if you fired that gun, then, like, that causes legitimate scares. Even brought bags of flour. I've got no words for these people. Like, they're delinquents. Like, you stupid fucks. Like, come on. And the worst part about my screening was that kids were constantly saying chicken jockey while the credits were rolling. I'm like, really? Why? What is the point? Like, is this just going to be a stupid meme that will die out later on? Like, come on. I hope the same thing doesn't happen either. Like, I really hope we're not in a position where we're doing things like IShowSpeed lighting a fucking firework on his bed. But seriously, IShowSpeed lighting a firework on his bed is fucking hilarious. Like, I could not stop laughing for a bit. It's like, you are an idiot. My God. Oh, God. Yeah, they apparently were on sicko mode. They were on crazy sicko mode. Good God. But yeah, I don't think people are asking questions anymore. I don't know. Does anyone else have any more questions or review requests or what? I am also a horror fan, so it very much is teenagers acting like children. It's ridiculous. Are you still planning on making that Dakota video? No. Everything Dakota related will be addressed in the Alex video. Any date changes to your vids, I will let you know when it happens. I will let you know if and when it happens. Because when it comes down to deadlines, I am infamously terrible at it. Because I am very likely... Because whenever there's a deadline for videos, I freak out because then I feel rushed to do it by the deadline, and I'd end up making a half-assed video quality thing as a result. I only say the Alex video will be done by the end of May because it gives me enough time. And it probably gives Ethan enough time on a day off to spend hours of his day actually getting the editing quality to its best. You giving Alex the brutal takedown later this month will be interesting. A lot of people have no idea. They have no idea. Do you prefer the Sonic movies or the Mario movie? I have not seen Sonic 2 or 3 yet, but for the convenience of... but, like, I kind of prefer the Mario movie more right now, but I have yet to see Sonic 2 and 3 and see what I think. But I hate but like I really hate deadlines. I do. I have not played a Sonic game either. I've only seen the first Sonic film, and I thought it was fine. Meanwhile, I have yet to see the second and third ones, which everyone says are fantastic. I have not seen Interstellar, and I have gotten requests to watch and review Oppenheimer. So you'll probably get a short when it comes down to talking about Oppenheimer. Review request Leo. Okay. Can't wait for the day when a potential animated Rayman movie comes out and fans will wear purple and red. I'm only gonna hope that if Rayman is a game, then make sure they get the source material correct. Because adapting a game to a movie does require changes, but it needs to be as close to the source material as they can possibly get. Like, that's all, man. I'll go ahead and answer one more question and we're done. Because I'm tired. Very. Thoughts on Dark Knight with Aussie late actor Heath Ledger. Dude, I have yet to watch Dark Knight all the way through, but from what I did watch on a flight when I was on a cruise vacation, I absolutely love Dark Knight. And yes, I know Trolls Fan Forever does not like Dark Knight for reasons of I don't know. Thoughts on Angry Birds movies? I think the first one is probably one that I may not like, and I actually really like the second one. But yeah, I really like the second one. And considering that the second one is actually directed by the same actor who played Gideon in Gravity Falls, I am glad that you like those movies. I like King Leonard from Angry Birds movies. He was funny. Bill Hader, man. Bill Hader. I'm surprised I even got to 10 viewers today. That's great. I love it. It means that these streams are still as good as the StreamYards. Does not like Gravity Falls in his opinion. That's fine. Yeah, that's great. Paramount is making the third movie. I did hear that. And please don't fuck it up. Find it pretty odd, to be honest. I get it. I get it. Everyone has taste, and everyone has different tastes. Pulled a Chronicles of Narnia by switching distributors. A lot of movie franchises have done it. Yeah, Sony did the first two. Yeah. That was also something that Corbin Hartfield continually got wrong. Because he claimed that the Angry Birds movies were done by Blue Sky, and it's like, no, they were done by Sony. Like, this is the most basic information, guys. Smurfs did indeed do the same thing. But that was mainly the transition from doing live action to animated and then animation live action hybrid. That 2025 Smurfs film is going to suck. That's the last thing I'm going to say is that I genuinely think the 2025 Smurfs film is gonna suck. Oh, you finished Cuphead. Nice. I'll probably pay. If I ever get the chance, I may do Cuphead. I am almost finished with a chill stream where I am taking review requests into account. I have not seen Iron Claw. No. Yes, influencer Smurf will probably be the worst part of that movie, without a shred of doubt. But I have gotten a lot. Excuse me. I have gotten a lot of reviewer requests, and that's awesome, guys. Thank you. I have mixed feelings. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I have mixed feelings because I like some of these actors, and whenever it's animated, I actually like its style. But a lot of things like Influencer Smurf or whatever script they're going off of feels super dated. Like when was this written? Like 2011, back when the live action Smurfs were movies were going on? Like I found the live action Smurf films like guilty pleasures. Like I know they're not good movies, but like I can still enjoy them despite that. Okay. Hot take, I like Smurfs The Lost Village. Yeah, I like The Lost Village too. I don't know why people are upset about it. Review Evangelion. Ooh, that's interesting. Evangelion. That's an interesting idea. That one may take a while, depending on if Evangelion has hundreds of episodes. Because that's one of the reasons that anime would be a little harder to review, is because some of them have hundreds of episodes, and to go through all of it would take a while. But I have said that I want to expand my anime palette. Inside Llewyn Davis, I have never heard of that. It has heaps of movies. Anime has a lot of movies, man. I loved the hell out of Your Name, dude. Like the first time I watched it, wow, easily one of my favorite movie experiences. Evangelion only has 26. Oh, well then that should be easy then. Perfect. Cuz Soul Eater had 52, and I may watch the whole that's the show though. Right. That's the thing. Because Evangelion does have movies as well. So, have you played Fears to Fathom? I have heard of those games and I have watched it. I have watched YouTubers play it. And I think they are good games. Inside Llewyn Davis is with Oscar Isaac and as a musician, and Justin is the film. Justin is the film? That's a typo, isn't it? But now that you mention that, I'll at least check. I'll at least research it. Okay, for real. One more thing, and then I'm finished. But yeah, I have played. Yeah, in the film. Okay, but yeah, Fears to Fathom. I have heard of those games, and I have watched YouTubers play those games, and they are good games. I'm not gonna lie about that, because they are based on true stories, and that makes it all the more terrifying because they actually happen to people. So tired. Very, 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 very tired. Do you think Justin Timberlake drama will affect Trolls 4? Which drama? Like the drinking and driving thing? No, because that was already covered. Like, that's done and over with. And the Janet Jackson thing needs to shut up because, like, if they think that's ever going to stop Justin, then I'm sorry, but no. Janet has moved on. Janet has forgiven Justin, pretty sure. And Britney Spears is now free. So all of these are just moot points, literally. People can totally be for women's rights and still support Justin Timberlake. Like, I don't know why people can't understand that. But, like, I do get tired of people constantly bringing up bullshit drama from, like, 20 years ago. Because, like, everything that has been talked about is done. Like, it's done. It's over with. It can't be taken back. Why should Justin be held accountable for shit that's already been covered for, like, 2 decades now? I don't get it. Okay. So, yeah. On. Well, it was very calm and chill, and I like that. I like having more calm and chill streams like this. Especially because after every bullshit thing with Alex, I'm like, I needed a calm stream like this one. You know, like, I don't know. I just needed a positive thing for once. And I may cover all of a good majority of those review requests because, well, people want to know my thoughts, and the more people want to know my thoughts, then it's like more people ask for more of my thoughts. And then I become the reviewer that I've always wanted to be. So, and I want to cover as much ground as I can possibly manage. I want to gather as big an audience as I can get. So, Alex also shipped Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake together. You're absolutely right. Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader used to be a thing, and then things happened, and that didn't go so well. And you know the primary reason that he does that is because Anna plays Poppy and Justin plays Branch, and Poppy and Branch are a couple. Even though Justin Timberlake is married and has 2 kids. So Alex is just being a scumbag in that situation. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining this lovely stream. So, yeah, I just mentioned that, Jaden. That he's married, has 2 kids. You get the gist. But thank you all for being part of this. I would definitely love to do more of these. And at some point, we'll do a charity stream for Mental Health Awareness Month for May. Because I take that very seriously. Especially with all the stigma surrounding men's mental health. So, I'll definitely be taking all of these review requests into question. And I will possibly review them via shorts or whatever. So, yeah, thank you all, and let's keep doing more positive good for the world. And as always, I will see you next time. Take care.